Submit to a credit check or present your passport before. Thank you, sir. Move along. Move along.
That's it, keep moving.
Howdy, partner. You've come for a piece, haven't you? Welcome to New Vegas. Consider me your personal welcome wagon. Now hear this. Just head for the lucky 30. Well now, it was Mr. House that made Securitrons like me. Seems least.
Please obey all weapon laws.
Why do they call it a monorail? It's a train.
I have a mind to throw you
A
all in a cell and let you
train.
sweat it off.
We leaving already?
Hey, baby. There's more of this waiting for you inside.
Hey there, friend. A bit of advice. You look like you could use some protect. My stock and trade? All kinds of easy to... Things guards can't spot when they're patting you. Simple. You can't bring guns and... Sure, they say you get it all back when you leave. Me... Take a look at the...
Look alive, guys. You're on NCR time.
Back again? An experienced smuggler could get a machine gun or pistol.
Well, howdy, partner. Good to see you again. And...
Enjoy your time in Vegas.
Where to, partner? Penthouse floor.
Well, hello, sugar. Mr. House is with... I'm Jane, one of Mr. House's girls. Oh, there's lots of things to tell, I'm sure. They're just new money, sugar. They might pretend they're sophisticated. Emeritus especially are just awful brutes. The chairman... Well, of course, there used to be a lot more of them. And the Lucky 38, of course. Well, let's see. The NCR has an Oh, and the Vault 21 Hotel. And I suppose if you like neon sign. Anything. Why, sugar? He's the maximum utmost. Well, of course I am, silly. Why, did you know he's... Well, he single-handedly sent in... Sugar, I may be a robot on the outside. Mr. House has a lot of needs, sugar. I take care of... then maybe you shouldn't pry into a lady. This is the Lucky 38 Resort and Casino, or it used to be. Why, I'm a Robco PDQ 88. Not many people know this. If you happen to find any out in the wasteland, in fact, one of Mr. House.
This meeting has been a long time coming, hasn't it? I have to ask, now that you've reached your destination... Of course you haven't. Vegas, what you see down on the strip is just a fraction of the city's former... Or perhaps you were referring to the Lucky 38? Oh, don't be coy. You've been playing... The business is this. One of my employees has stolen an item of extraordinary value from me, and I want it recovered. Simple enough. My only concern is the recovery of the platinum chip. What happens to Benny, I leave to your discretion. When you bring the chip to me, I will pay you 4 times... What did you wish to... Benny has led the chairman ever since I recruited his... Until his recent misbehavior, I'd planned to make him my protege. To achieve my aims, I require a capable human... I knew Benny was ambitious, even... Obviously, I miscalculated his drive. I have to think that he found out about... One of the problems of a tribal workforce, I'm afraid. Why didn't Victor intervene? Goodsprings is a bit too far away for me to... Victor's combat algorithms determined the proper... When he alerted me, I instructed him to approach the... What else did... As I said before, Benny's fate is yours. Is that an attempt at humor? I've always taken... My offer far exceeds the... You have an interest in this, whether you like it or not. Now, I could stop you from leaving, but what would that... See what the strip I built... This... Have you considered the terms of my... It won't be easy. Benny is always surrounded by at least 4 bodyguards, except when he's in his private... It's more complicated than that. Look for a man named Swank, Benny's seconded. Do your best to convince him that you're working under my auspices. By contract, Securitrons are to enter the casinos the moment I send one into the tops. Sneaking into Benny's suite on the 13th floor, there might be guards. If you were to approach Benny in public, you might be able to... It's a very special item. There's nothing else like it in the entire world. That's all you need to know about it for this stage of... You might keep an eye out for any computers. You realize you were just one of many couriers. Add to that many thousands of caps worth of mercenary protection. Had I used an armed caravan to transport the chip, I didn't want to attract the attention of groups like the... Frontal assaults on casino. In any case, Benny would see it coming. and all he'd have to do is... Our foremost advantage is that Benny doesn't... That's simply not true. I am the only person to hold any rights pertaining to... To develop that chip, I spent a sum of US dollars, not the bottle caps that pass as currency these days, but a sum beyond counting. For decades, I paid salvagers to comb the ruins for it, and when it was finally discovered, we know how that turned out. What? I am Robert Edwin House. I oversaw the city's renovations starting from... Before the Great War of 2077, I was the founder, president, and CEO of Robco Industries, a vast computer and robotics corporation. Don't let the video screens and computer terminals fool you. I'm flesh and blood, not silicon. I see you've made a study of the topic. Perhaps after a decade or two of economic... Let's just say it was very... We can discuss this in greater detail at another time. Suffice it to say that when I recruited a tribal force to supplement my... Instead of war, What else? Don't let the... It's understandable that you'd be... Well enough. Return to me when you have the platinum... Until then.
Have a nice day.
Well, hello,
Congratulations, Art. You can bring your friend. Just bear in mind. And
you know they say that no news is good news, but I think my program would be awfully dull if that were the case. Ladies and gentlemen, this next song goes out from...
where to, partner? Casino floor.
Someone's coming out of the 38.
Hey, you there. I have a message for you. It's from Ambassador Crocker. Very important. Here you go.
Wow. Oh, that's crazy. Later, whoever you
Fiends are running for their lives. That'll show everyone what we do to our enemies.
Check that out. He just left a lucky 38.
It's hard to sleep in this place, I tell you. Last... night, some girl was... It's hard to survive the wasteland.
Lasers, plasma, pistols, grenades.
Hi there. Come to Mick and Ralph's for all your shopping needs. Come to Mick and Ralph's for all your shopping needs. Hungry? Thirsty? If it can be bought, it can be found at Mick and Ralph's.
You've done a good turn for the NCR, and now we'd like to do one for you. There's an NCR emergency two-way radio. You call, and we'll come running. You're not alone out here. The NCR has your back. Stay safe and good hunting.
What are you doing here, stranger? You looking to start some trouble? Me? I'm Sammy of Sam. You better not mess with us or... Simple. Up until now, we committed our crimes. But that's gonna change. You'll have to ask Pauline about that. She's the brains of our...
You best not try any funny business, stranger. One word from me, and Vance will plant you in the ground. I'm Pauline, of Sammy and Pauline, the Wasteland's most dangerous and notorious criminal couple. You'd best not mess with us, or you'll have a bullet hole where your eye used to be. We ain't never heard of you either, so the not being impressed is mutual. Come a week or so, though, and everyone will have heard of Sammy and Paul. Sammy and me got our hands on a powerful weapon not too long ago. Vance's... That guns are shot at the bit. We'll be... You'll see. You'll feel... Really? You think so? We've only got the one gun and there's two of us. We've never been on the strip either. What are we... Look. Tell Sammy to give you the gun, all right? Just take it. Bye.
This better be good. Really? Oh, thank God. I love that woman, but I swear this time she was gonna get us killed. The gun's in the safe. The combination's 5, 23...
Thank God you talked me out of trying to rob the strip. I guess...
Thanks for talking, Pauline. Yeah.
Henry's been smart.
Welcome to Jacobstown, human. You're free to walk around. Just don't stare at the Nightkin. They don't like people looking at them. And if you're NCR, keep it to yourself. They're not such a was a resort pre-war. I renamed it to Jake. I figured us mutants needed a place to call our own. One of these days, I'm hoping we can trade with the rest of the wasteland. No more fighting, just get along. Was part of a super mutant army. Long story, so here's the short version. The Master created the super mutants and Nightkin. The Master thought he could unify everyone. No more differences, no more war. It didn't end well. Town was Broken Hills. Bunch of super mutants, humans, and ghouls. We were looking for a Gek to save the village of Arroyo. Eventually, we did. Nuked an oil rig in the process. We went separate ways after that. Don't know what happened to my... Lot of bad blood between super mutants and... Me? I don't really have a problem with the NCR. Set their sights a little too high sometimes, but... Caesar thinks he can change human nature. Most of the Legion is following Caesar, not Caesar's ideals. Might not happen overnight. Might take a few... They expand. Fast. If you got land they want, they keep rolling over people. Seen them grow from a single town, Shady Sands. Not really. Heard it's a paradise in the wasteland. Amazes me people would come from all over the way. Nightkin suffers schizophrenia from the stealth boys they're always using. While they're in town, the Nightkin aren't allowed. Trouble is the Nightkin don't like... Same as any civilized town. Don't start any fight. Docks inside the lodge. Something on your mind?
Stupid big horse. We're making noise all night again.
Jimmy! Little Jimmy! Oh, Jimmy, don't... Oh, of course I have. I watch over the big horners. Talk to you. My, but that lucky...
Someday, I miss being in the Master's army. I hope it will snow later. Spotted some humans down the road. Could be great cons again.
Another human. One was enough. Bother someone else. I don't want... Humans are always staring at things. Ah. bother someone else. Dr. Henry, he's... I represent the Nightkin. Marcus doesn't mean I don't respect Marcus for what he's trying to do. The stealth boys we use have cumulative adverse effects. Instead, we wait. Someone's watching me. I can feel it. Someone's watching me. I can feel it.
Stupid big horners were making noise all night again. Dr. Henry's pretty smart. You think Marcus could get us some miniguns? Or missile launchers? Spotted some humans down the road. Could be great cons again.
I assume this is about something important? You're interrupting my research. The Nightkin have varying degrees of mental instability due to their addiction to stealth boy use. I've been trying to come up with a cure. I'm currently investigating the local Night Stalker population, since they seem to have developed... I've also gotten my hands on a working... The stealth field has been modulated to use less power and thus last longer. However, these pronounced effects... Unfortunately, I'll need to run the test. It's possible, but I've yet to see any... It's negative effect. Because Marcus asked me to, and because it's a reason... Yes, specializing in neuroscience, both human and... cyberdogs and the like. Yes, but the leadership and I didn't see eye to eye. I prefer the solitude, and having a bunch of super... It's neural degradation. Biomed gel can only preserve a living... I haven't left Jacobstown in years, but there was one woman in Novak. Aside from her, I know that the Fiends and Caesar's Legion fight alongside dogs. There could be... And your cyberdog is where?
Huh. I'd heard there were new people in town, but I thought it was more super mutants. Nice to meet you. Most of the time, I'm Dr. Henry's research. I'm also handy with tools, and once in a while I venture... All right. Give me a shout if you need anything else. Prospectors looking for salvage, usually. The great cons come this way once in a while. Thank you. Change names and jobs every decade or never really done much.
Again, you interrupt me. Very well. Big brain on this one. All right, let's see. Damn. Transplanting this brain will make... Have a...
You've done a good turn for the NCR, now you're not...
Come to Mick and Ralph's for all your...
Why, Rexy, you look all better, boy. Good as new. You're a man of your word, no doubt. If you want, hold on. All right.
There's talk of someone going into the Lucky 38 to talk to Mr. House.
Honey, what's your name?
It's hard to sleep in this place. Yes, I tell you. Last night, some girl was pounding on my door all night. Finally, I...